Welcome to the RJI Futures Lab, where we help you make your organization more innovative. I'm Ruben Stern. This week, a startup that hopes to simplify mobile video reporting and a micropayment platform for news stories. A startup called Fly Labs has launched a set of mobile apps designed to make creating video reports faster and easier. The apps, called Fly and Clips, offer a streamlined interface and some interesting use cases. We visited the Fly Labs office in New York City to see how the apps might be useful for journalists.
Fly is an app that allows you to edit videos using gestures. The original concept for Fly was an app for making multi-angle videos. So if we wanted to make, for example, a multi-angle video of this interview right now, we could set up an iPhone recording you, an iPhone recording me, maybe a third one getting us speaking from a wide angle. And you could hit record on one device, they'd all start recording. When you hit stop, they all stop, and the videos are sent to your device and then synchronized using timestamps. And then you edit the multi-angle shoot like a TV producer, saying cut to camera 2 or cut to camera 3. So it streamlines the process of making a multi-angle video. There's a way to use Fly that's really great for journalism that we call show and tell. And the way it's meant for creating stand-ups. Tim Novikov from Fly Labs here. I'm going to give you guys a tour. Describe the things around you that you're seeing, and then you hit stop, and now you've got basically the beginning and end and the vocal track for your whole piece. We made the app so that you could import videos into this editor in a lot of different ways. The first way is when video is recorded in parallel from multiple devices. But you can also record in sequence just from your device, recording 1, 2, 3, 4 videos one after another. You can hear and see camera 1 as you're recording camera 2. You can also import videos from the photo roll. There are a bunch of innovative editing features in Fly, like if you swipe, it'll do a dissolve transition, and the longer the swipe, the longer the dissolve transition. And if you tap 2 cameras at once, you get a split screen. If you tap one camera with 2 fingers, you'll get a picture-in-picture. So we take advantage of the multi-touch screen of the iPhone for some interesting editing possibilities in Fly. So Fly, long story short, is a mobile nonlinear editor. Clips is a linear editor. So Clips allows you to take a bunch of clips and just string them together. You can also add music and add voiceover, so you can narrate your videos as well. You can tweak the video, so you can trim each one in a very intuitive way. Each row in the interface is one clip, and each clip then has little trimmers that you can trim off the beginning or end of it, so it's the right length, and so you can adjust the pacing of the video like that. People are so used to lining things up in time left to right. It actually just doesn't work that well for an iPhone. It's actually better to line them up top to bottom, and then use the width of the screen to be able to adjust the length, and you can then rearrange them in a very familiar way. So Clips is much easier and quicker to learn because it uses more familiar iPhone user interface rather than trying to take a traditional video editor interface and then shoehorn that into a mobile device.
Both Fly and Clips are only available for the iPhone. They're free to download, but charge a fee for some of the more advanced functionality. Along with this video, you'll find examples of other videos that were made using the apps. The idea of charging readers for individual articles isn't new, but a Dutch startup called Blendle might have finally figured out how to make it work.
So Blendle is an online platform where you can read newspapers and magazines, but you only pay for the content, the articles you actually read. So it's working with micropayment systems that you can just buy the articles that seems interesting for you. While 70% of our revenue goes directly to the publishers, 30% goes to us. And this is interesting for them because it's an other market than the people that are already buying the paper newspaper magazines or that have a online subscription, because our public is much younger than the people who use or who used to buy the newspapers and magazines. 60% of our users is younger than 35 years old. Which is a market which before didn't pay for journalists.
Because Blendle's user base is primarily younger than the traditional newspaper subscriber, it offers publishers a new audience for their work.
They really like it because they see that it doesn't cannibalize the market that they already attract, but that it's a new public that is, how they say it, they'll pay for the articles they make.
Blendle currently has about 70 different publishers on the platform, primarily in the Netherlands, and including a few from Belgium and The Economist from the UK. The prices for the articles range based on the length.
19 cents for a rather small newspaper article, but the longest magazine article could be up to 80 cents. Our biggest competitor is free online journalism. That's our biggest competitor. There is no other company like Blendle, but our biggest competitor is when a newspaper puts stuff for free online without paywall.
Now that Blendle is being used in the Netherlands, which is a relatively small market, the app works by servicing the most recent articles uploaded, as well as recommendations from the staff working at Blendle. But that could change soon.
We're investigating an algorithm that can work like, because you've read this and this article, this might be interesting for you as well. We already have an algorithm that can do it based on the content, just searching for keywords, but that's not as good as a recommendation system based on the stuff you read before.
In addition to the United States, Blendle is looking to expand to Germany and France, based on where there are a significant number of publishers interested in partnering with the app. For the Futures Lab, this is Katie Mersman.
Blendle also enables users to get email alerts about newly published articles on specific topics or keywords. And that's it for this report from the RJI Futures Lab. I'm Ruben Stern. We'll see you in the future.